Is it time to buy or sell AST SpaceMobile stock? In this video, we are diving deep into AST SpaceMobile. Our initial report was published on our website on Tuesday, the 24th of June, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You do not want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and deep analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 4th of June 2025, our system has classified AST SpaceMobile as a strong buy candidate, assigning it a score of 7.97. Now, let's examine the stock's performance over this time frame. Those who adhered to our analysis would have experienced a remarkable gain of 85.5% since we initially designated AST SpaceMobile as a buy candidate 14 days ago. This equates to an average return of 6.11% per day since its classification as a strong buy candidate. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential change of approximately 50.38% over the next 3 months, with a possible return ranging from 0.58% to 50.38%. Looking at the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of 26.52%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could vary from negative 48.48% to 11.58% over the next year. In current terms, this would place the future price somewhere between $27.42 and $59.38. Our latest daily update for AST SpaceMobile includes the headline. On Tuesday, AST SpaceMobile Inc.'s stock price gained an impressive 6.02%. The AST SpaceMobile Inc. stock price experienced a rise of 6.02% on the last trading day, which was Tuesday, the 24th of June, 2025. The price increased from $50.20 to $53.22. This marks the 4th consecutive day of gains. It will be interesting to see if this upward trend continues or if we may see a slight pause in the coming days. During the last trading session, the stock fluctuated by 9.79%, with a low of $49.22 and a high of $54.04. The stock has risen on 9 out of the last 10 days and is up by 52.84% over the past 2 weeks. However, the trading volume decreased by 2 million shares, with a total of 20 million shares exchanged, amounting to approximately $1.04 billion. It is important to note that a decline in volume amid rising prices can indicate divergence and may signal potential changes in the near future. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price of the stock was $54.04, while the lowest price was $9.32. Currently, the price stands 1.52%, or 82 cents, below the 52-week high of $54.04, which also represents the all-time high for the stock. AST SpaceMobile, trading under the ticker ASTS, experienced a significant spike in stock price, surging nearly 10% on June 23, 2025. This rally follows a broader strong performance across space stocks. This surge can be attributed to their strategic partnership with an Indian telecom service provider aimed at expanding mobile connectivity in underserved regions, thus enhancing the company's market presence in a rapidly growing sector. However, ASTS has also faced challenges, as reflected in a recent downgrade by financial analysts, which could introduce volatility and affect investor sentiment. While the partnership deal may initially boost investor confidence and drive up stock prices, the downgrade raises concerns about the company's valuation and competitive position in the satellite connectivity space. Comparatively, rivals such as Iridium Communications are perceived to have more stable growth and lower valuations, which might sway investor loyalty. Looking ahead, the short-term impact of these developments is likely to manifest as fluctuations in stock prices driven by market sentiment and analyst ratings. In the long run, sustained growth in partnerships and the successful execution of their satellite connectivity projects will be crucial for ASTS to maintain a favorable outlook and keep investor interest. The coming months will be critical for AST SpaceMobile as they navigate these dynamics and work to solidify their position in the competitive telecommunications landscape. Analyst Ratings. On Monday, the 16th of June, 2025, it was reported that B. Riley gave ASTS a buy grade with a hold action. On Monday, the 5th of May, 2025, Oppenheimer rated ASTS with a perform grade and an initialize action. On Wednesday, the 5th of March, 2025, Scotiabank awarded ASTS an outperform grade along with a hold action. On Wednesday, the 5th of March, 2025, UBS also assigned ASTS a buy grade with a hold action. On Tuesday, the 1st of October, 2024, Scotiabank gave ASTS a sector outperform grade, accompanied by a hold action. Analysts have assigned AST SpaceMobile stock a general sell rating. They categorize the price-to-earnings ratio as a strong sell and the price-to-book ratio as strong sell. In terms of return on investment, the analysts also provide a rating of strong sell for this stock. The following signals have been identified for AST SpaceMobile. Today, the chart reveals mostly positive signals. The stock of AST SpaceMobile Inc. presents buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, indicating a favorable outlook. Additionally, there is a general buy signal stemming from the relationship between these two averages, as the short-term average is positioned above the long-term average. On any downward corrections, support can be expected at levels of $44.87 and $30.72. A drop below either of these thresholds will trigger sell signals. A buy signal was generated from a pivot bottom point on Friday, April 4th, 2025, and since then, the stock has risen by 165.17%. Further increases are anticipated until a new top pivot is established. Moreover, a buy signal is also indicated by the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. However, it is worth noting that volume decreased during the last trading day even as prices rose. This discrepancy between volume and price may serve as an early warning. Therefore, close monitoring of the stock is advisable. Here are some additional signals that may capture your interest. The moving average convergence divergence indicates a buy signal. Pivots suggested a buy signal 55 days ago. The Bollinger Bands showed a buy signal 14 days ago. The short-term moving average indicated a buy signal 17 days ago. The long-term moving average also signaled a buy 16 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages produced a buy signal 15 days ago. When examining the 12-month chart, we observed that the short moving average indicated a buy signal 16 days ago. The long-term moving average showed a buy signal 16 days ago as well. The relationship between the short and long moving averages revealed a buy signal 25 days ago. If you wish to discover more signals, please visit our page at StockInvest.us. Support, risk, and stop loss for AST SpaceMobile. On the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $50.20 and $45.94. There is a natural risk involved when a stock is testing a support level, as breaking this level may lead to a decline to the next support level. In this instance, AST SpaceMobile Incorporated finds support just below today's level at $50.20. If this level is breached, the next support from accumulated volume will be at $45.94 and $44.35. This stock may experience significant movement throughout the day, indicating high volatility. With a considerable prediction interval from the Bollinger Band, this stock is categorized as very high risk. Over the last day, the stock fluctuated by $4.82 between its high and low, which amounts to 9.79%. For the past week, the daily average volatility has been 10.36%. Before we dive into the potential trading levels for AST SpaceMobile, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, the price-to-earnings ratio, commonly known as the PE ratio. This important metric measures a company's current share price in relation to its earnings per share. A negative PE ratio indicates that the company is experiencing negative earnings or is incurring losses. Even well-established companies can face downturns, often due to factors outside their control. However, a pattern of consistently negative PE ratios may suggest inadequate profitability and possible risks of bankruptcy. In other news, the upcoming earnings report for the second quarter of 2025 is anticipated on the 13th of August, 2025. Analysts' consensus estimates stand at a loss of 19 cents. It is important to monitor these figures, as they can significantly influence stock prices. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for AST SpaceMobile. There's no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, which indicates that the stock could move upwards swiftly under the right conditions. In this scenario, you might consider entering a position and using volume to decide when to exit. On the downside, AST SpaceMobile encounters its first support level at $50.20. If this support level holds, it could serve as a favorable entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for AST SpaceMobile from various analyst sources is to sell. Now, let's examine some recent insider trades. On the 16th of June, 2025, Gupta Shanti B executed an insider purchase of 10,000 shares of Class A common stock. On the 9th of June, 2025, Gupta Shanti B also executed an insider purchase of 15,000 shares of Class A common stock. On the 6th of June, 2025, Cisneros Adriana conducted an insider purchase of 4,810 shares of Class A common stock. On the same day, Torres Julio A conducted an insider purchase of 4,810 shares of Class A common stock. Additionally, on the 6th of June, 2025, Weiberg Johann conducted an insider purchase of 4,810 shares of Class A common stock. Analyzing the most recent 100 insider trades, we find that insider power is positive, with a ratio of approximately 98.809. Overall, insiders acquired a total of 762,434 shares, while no shares were sold in the last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss is set at $51.83, representing a decrease of 2.62%. This stock experiences significant daily fluctuations, which leads to a higher level of risk. The 14-day relative strength index stands at 94, substantially increasing this risk. Additionally, there is a buy signal from a pivot bottom identified 54 days ago. Is AST SpaceMobile stock a good buy? AST SpaceMobile Inc. shows several positive signals and is currently on a strong upward trend. As the saying goes, let the trend be your friend. Therefore, we consider it a wise choice at this moment, with expectations of further gains over the next 3 months. After analyzing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Wednesday, June 25th, we anticipate AST SpaceMobile will open lower by $1.06, with an expected trading price of $52.16. It is important to note that trading carries a significant risk of financial loss. We recommend consulting with a financial advisor prior to making any decisions about buying or selling securities. Your investment choices should not rely solely on the information provided by StockInvest.us. By using this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment decisions. This is our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day, with warm regards from all of us here at StockInvest.